Hello again, everybody, and welcome to Good to Know Shreveport Bossier. This is a podcast. We showcase all the good things happening in our community, all the stuff with a positive bent. My name is Jeff Binefor. I'll be your host for this show, and over here to my right, this is my co-host, Paul Reeser. There's no way I can get around it. We have to use him. He's a local businessman and a member of the Committee of 100. Now, every podcast, we focus on topics and initiatives having, as I said, positive impacts across our community. We have new episodes every other Wednesday, and you can find Good to Know wherever you listen to your podcast. I joke, but you're a good dude.
Oh, come on. Thank you very much.
All right. As usual, I leave you the honors of introducing today's guest.
Thank you, Jeff. And it is an honor because today, again, we're always surprised at just the high caliber of guests we can get to come on the show and then meet Jeff and I. But talking about the great things happening in our area that a lot of people aren't aware of. So today, we're going to be talking about education. So when you think about higher education, a lot of people are concerned now about the price. Is a four-year education worth the investment? Are you going to take a degree and be able to even get a job with it? Do people want to go in that debt? So some people are saying, well, I don't want higher education. But there's another option, Jeff. Are you intrigued?
So far, you've got me on the edge of my seat.
There's the technical college system, and we have a very strong technical college system in Northwest Louisiana. And today we're going to have, and I'm going to make sure I get the title correct. I know Jayda Spillers, Dr. Jayda Spillers is our guest today. She is the Chancellor of Northwest Louisiana Technical Community College. Jayda, long introduction.
You got it. That's good.
I'm super excited to have you here because a lot of people don't know what the technical college system is, or they might have a misunderstanding of what it is.
Absolutely.
Tell us about it.
Well, great. This is a great opportunity to share about our college. Northwest Louisiana Technical Community College is one of 12 community colleges in Louisiana Community and Technical College System. Mm-hmm. And so in our north region across the state, you have Northwest Louisiana Technical Community College, you have Bossier Parish Community College, and as well as Delta Community College. So I say that so you might recognize those names, but realize we are a part of that same system. So it's very exciting to get to share about what we do.
Well, there's a lot of people think of technical college, what is that, VOTEC? Does that mean, I know that I feel like an opportunity to learn more specific skills, so you're more prepared possibly when you get out with the certificate to go to work, but it's not a VOTEC anymore.
No.
Tell us a little bit about what it is.
So I always laugh and say that term VOTEC is a little bit of a nasty word because we have times where we say that and people don't realize that this is community college. And VOTEC had its day, but we have now evolved into that technical community college with higher skilled opportunities for students.
Right. So give me an example. What are you talking about? Higher skilled?
Higher skills. So you're looking at things like advanced manufacturing. You're looking at just about everything you do in the skilled trades requires a very technical skill, whether you're doing HVAC, instrumentation is another area. And look at even our nursing programs. Okay. And so it's really evolved from, you're not the old shade tree mechanic anymore. If you're into an automotive department, you're looking at over 40 computers on a system.
Right, that's true.
So very technical.
So what you have here is a school that teaches people how to actually make a living.
That's right. That's right.
Instead of art degrees, or I'm not putting that down, but it's hard to make a living with an art degree, right? Come on.
Well. My daughters.
I can't believe I'm making a living.
My daughter's an art
therapist.
That's true. No, it was very interesting as we were talking about it, and I visited the BIPSL. So you've got a long experience with technical education. You were the principal at BIPSL. So that's an interesting acronym. Yes. Tell Jeff what that is.
Because I have no idea what you're talking about.
Bossier Parish Technical. Well, it keeps on going.
It keeps on going. It's at Bossier Parish School for Technology and Innovative Learning. So that is the high school technical programs.
Wow.
And our school, the excitement for me coming to Northwest was getting the opportunity to help bridge our high school students into that next level. Mm-hmm. And many times, people in our community, they think, go to a four-year college, or go to college. And they'll say, we're so glad that VOTEC is there, and they don't realize that this is a community college. And maybe you don't want to go get a four-year degree, but let's look at a two-year degree that gets you into a high-wage, in-demand position that will help you have a self-sustaining career. Help yourself, help your family.
I agree with you. A long time ago now, I started thinking, is a four-year, is this really worth it to go to spend all this money to go get a four-year degree, and then you come out and you have all that debt? and you can't even pay it back. I mean, it's ridiculous. So.
Well, I haven't visited the community college, but I did visit Bipsel several times, and I was amazed. I mean, it's not just a car and a room. I mean, they have a full-fledged mechanics. I mean, they had, like you say, it's more you're learning about computers. When you're learning about fixing a car now, you're learning about how to fix a car with a computer connected to the engine, get the readouts. You also had physical therapy, nursing. You could also graduate with a welding degree, you know.
Right.
So how does that extend now to the next level, and how are you working with local businesses to get those students placed?
So I'm glad you asked me about how are we connecting with that, because in the high school, they have an opportunity to do what's called dual enrollment, meaning they can take high school classes but also earn college credit if they dually enroll with us. And this helps if you're an automotive student, you can start there at Bipsel, Caddo Career. There's many opportunities right here in high school in our region, in our community. Dually enroll with the technical community college in those fields, and it just jump starts that college career. But also we work very hard on the college level. We stay in continuous contact with our business and industry partners. We have what are called occupational advisory committees, where we bring them in at least 2 times a year. They sit down with us and they say, let's look at your curriculum, let's look at what you're doing. How do we stay cutting edge for what our public needs, what the industry needs? And they have an opportunity to say, well, let's look at the curriculum. This is obsolete. Maybe we don't do this anymore. Let's add this. Let's talk about industry-based certifications. There are many certifications across all of the fields that students can earn as they're learning. And there's sometimes where students, just because life happens and they need to exit a program before they're complete, we have areas in those programs where they can, what we call the enter and exit points. And it still gives them a viable way to make a living with those industry-based credentials.
I mean, this all sounds great. So when you meet or you meet with these your advisory people that you're talking about, and you have your automotive program, do you bring in like car dealers? Do you bring in
Absolutely.
You do, and garage owners, stuff like that.
Right. So a lot of things that we're working, that we have them come in, they're mechanic. We want the people that are in the trenches, because who better to give us advice as to what's going on in the field. We also ask them to look at our equipment and decide, do we have the most cutting edge? Have things changed where we need to upgrade our equipment? And that helps us with determining, how our budget's going to look for the next year.
Do all of your students? Sorry to step on you. Do most of your students stay in this area, or are you able to like place them out of state and other places?
Both, but I will tell you, I always encourage our business and industry, talk to us now if you're looking for employees. Because I will tell you, out of state, our instrumentation program, for example, we have an organization that comes in and says, we want to take 2 weeks right here on your campus and do some training, and they hire them right there. And so then they leave, but we want them here.
Well, the reason I ask is, I along with my one of my cousins, I own a third of a business called Triple B Manufacturing, and they build. Well, right now they build beer trailers. That's what they do. And he's always looking for people to, people don't want to work anymore. So he's always looking for
welders.
Absolutely, they need welders.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to give him your. I'll give him your information and have him get in contact with you, because he's always looking for people.
So that's interesting. Like I say, for the community, how strong it is. So, kind of just an overview of what certificates you offer, like what areas of study there are, and then how, if a person owns a business, they can come in and customize. You said they came in and they would do 2 weeks of training and hire people right out. So what all areas do you offer, and how do you partner with the community?
So let me start with the fact that we have 3 campuses: our Minden campus, our Shreveport campus, and Mansfield. And across those campuses, I'm going to try to get these out. We have everything from advanced manufacturing to electrician, HVAC, IT. We have a wonderful new online business program, so you can be anywhere and take this business associate degree online, and you can concentrate in 3 areas with that: accounting, a medical office, or internet business associate. So you could kind of take those concentrations with business and where you want to go in those fields. Let me see, we have automotive diesel, We have a heavy equipment program that has a CDL program built into that. Let's see what I'm trying.
Well, and I just wanted to give the
Allied
people
health,
understand
nursing.
that is a huge
So many.
variety of jobs that you guys train for.
Yes.
You're talking about HVAC. That's like the air conditionings and
Right.
all the.
Thanks for,
you know.
thanks for
clarity.
mansplaining that
But
to me. I
when I
appreciate
had
that.
restaurants, I mean that's the biggest need. We need somebody to get up on the roof and fix our
right.
air conditioning, and we pay top dollar. And that's one of the hardest things. I know the companies we use trying to find trained people to come and work for them. So if a person comes to train at one of your schools, what's the percentage of hiring rate? What chances do they have actually getting a job when they get out?
I'm going to tell you what I tell our students. There is no excuse to walk across our stage without receiving a diploma in one hand and have employment in the other.
Wow.
If you do not have a job by the time you graduate, it's because you did not want one.
Wow.
And that's how much in demand all of our areas are, the field.
That's strong.
And another thing I like to point out is we work very hard with our industry to do customized training. So if a company comes to us and says, we have X number of employees and we'd like to upskill this group of employees to a next level, how can you help us? We can sit down with that organization and we can customize however many weeks they need. What are those specific, I never can say specific, specific skills that they're looking for, and we can make this package deal for them to make that happen to help their industry as well. And another great thing that I'm super excited about is our partnership with AEP SWEPCO. Such a need, and you all saw this just a few weeks ago
right.
with the region of what
Sure
happened
did.
with all of us. And you're bringing people in from out of state to help get us back up and going. And we need employees here in this region. The
Right.
closest is in East Texas. So AEP SWEPCO has been wonderful. They've come to the table with us, shared curriculum. So we've worked with them to build out that first level of training. And not only can they go to work for AEP SWEPCO, it's training that can take them to any type of utility organization that might need them. And so that's in 3 phases. And if you're interested in that information, also NLTCC.edu, and you can find out more about our courses.
NLT, say that slowly.
Yes, NLTCC.edu.
Yep.
NLTCC.edu.
Northwest
that
Louisiana
stand?
Technical Community College. Or just Google
Okay.
Northwest Louisiana
Okay.
Technical Community College. It might be easier.
It might be. You're right. You're
I
right.
mean, again, they keep coming to mind. You have a chef program at BIPSL,
Yes.
culinary arts.
But we
how
do not
much-
have that now. We do not have
No.
that at the college level.
At the college
Okay.
level, but so how much does it cost to go to school? How much what's the cost of the education?
So there's kind of ballparking this. I can give you just kind of an overall average. I would say anywhere from $12,000 to $15,000 for a complete program. And that's going to depend on the program that you choose, because you might be in the nursing program where you're required to in uniform, stethoscopes, the
Yeah.
type of learning curriculum that you may need that you would have to purchase, as well as tuition. But again, you might be in our industrial maintenance program, and maybe not as much equipment. Your equipment may be tools that you need to purchase. And so I would say in that ballpark figure for 18 months. But we have a great group of financial aid employees that will sit down with the students. They help if they need a Pell Grant. There's some new help out there, MJ Foster. So other opportunities that we can help them with, payment plan to help them come out of college without that debt that
Yeah.
you may have at that 4
Right.
yeah, 12,000 sounds like a lot of money.
I mean, but it's spread over 2 years.
Right.
Over 2 years.
Yeah, and you walk out the door with a job.
Well, 18
basically.
months or less
Yeah,
in some
okay.
cases.
for
Absolutely.
the price of a gently used Honda Civic, you can have a education.
You clearly
And these
haven't
are-
seen me drive.
These
but-
are high-paying jobs.
High-paying
You talk about the what type of nursing do they graduate with?
We have a practical nursing program. They can complete the technical diploma or the associate degree program. We also have what's called patient care technician. We have also been working with some of our local allied health industry around the area and doing things like CNA courses for them, the certifications, medical assistant. Those are things that are in need.
I would think just about everything that you've described to me so far, that the courses that you have are all in
They're
big
all in
need.
need.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's just a huge demand in the region.
It's amazing. I mean, that our society has gotten to the point where we just don't produce the people that do the jobs anymore, right?
And it's hard when we get phone calls and they need employees, and I'm pleased on one hand that most of our students pretty much, they're all placed.
Right.
But there's still so many needs in our region.
What is the enrollment? How many students do you have?
We are pushing about a little over 900
900.
across the 3 campuses. Yes.
Do you have 900 graduate every semester, or do
No,
you
you
start
don't have
900
900.
and you graduate?
Right. We usually
500.
start with that. I would say probably the 300 to 400.
I know when I started college, they said, look to your left, look to your right.
Yes.
You know, I was the guy that wasn't there.
Oh, come on.
One of those guys isn't going to be here, and that was me 3 times. But so yeah, the person definitely has to apply themselves. But
They
if
have
they
to
do
apply
apply
themselves.
themselves, if you said there's no reason they can't walk across the stage
That's
with a
right.
diploma in one hand and a
Job in
job
the
offer
other.
in the other.
Yes, and
That's
some
remarkable.
things, some opportunities that we have, we're working with the city of Shreveport with their automotive area. You'd be surprised with the police department how many cars that they're
Sure.
servicing, and they're planning to work with our students as well. And there's so many internship opportunities out there that we can work
Okay.
with companies on. When the students get to the last semester, and we want to make sure it's quality, we put our name out there as well. I'm very prideful, so if we're putting our name out there, I want to
Sure.
make sure that
It should be.
that we're representing our college really well. But giving our students an opportunity to get started, I kind of call that the job interview while
Yeah.
you're working.
Yeah, and this is not easy. You can't skate on this stuff. You got to learn what you're doing, because if you're
right.
going to go out
Right.
there into the real world, you got to be able to produce, right?
That's right. You have to be able to produce, and that's you put your money where your mouth is.
Right.
And so
But if
that's
people
us
wonder,
too.
how do I get a better career, and you hate what they're doing, and like 2 years sounds like a long time, 18 months and $12,000, that's really a small investment
is.
in a
It is.
future.
Right.
What age are most of your students?
When I look at, we have a wide gamut. We have a lot of 18 to 24-year-olds, but I'm seeing more of the students coming back that are older than that because they've just decided they got into the workforce and they want to do something different.
Right.
They want to upskill, and it's very interesting to see that their passion and drive for this. And we're here to
There's
help
hope
them.
for you.
I was just wondering if you take 50 plus.
Come on, we'll take you. Come on in there. We can get you going. And you'd be surprised at how many that will retire from positions. Say, I've always wanted to do this.
Yeah.
Or I always wanted to learn about the HVAC systems, because some of them have rental homes that they want to be able to work on.
That's a great idea.
I had a student that told me that one day. He said, after I got my first rental home, I realized that after I paid $4,000 to somebody, I better learn how to work on this myself.
Yeah.
So, very good incentive.
That's a great point.
So are the students that you attract, are they people that are already kind of, I'm not sure what the word is I'm searching for, but they're just already attracted to those specific fields? Like my dad
lot
was
of
an
times,
electrician.
yes.
He wanted me to become one. I had no interest in it. But
Right.
I wish I would have, to be honest with you,
Yeah.
at this stage of my life. But,
Shocking.
Terrible.
I'm sorry, that was terrible.
2/3 of
Edit
a pun.
that out, please.
PU. So,
A lot of them are. They already have an inkling of what they want to do. A lot of the students work very hard, and they've started somewhere along the line in some of the fields, but not all of them. Some of them they're exploring, and they realize, hey, this may be for me. We do give tours, so we bring them in and we will walk them through the different programs. Our instructors are wonderful. They'll sit there and talk to them about what the field looks like,
Right.
what kind of money they can make in those fields, show them the equipment, what they'll be working on. And 9 times out of 10, it's just the fear factor walking through
Sure.
the door of, is this for me? Can I do this? But I believe that we have such a wonderful faculty and staff that just make them welcome. We're here for you. Another thing I like to highlight is we have a high set program. That is the
Say that
former
again?
high set.
High set, okay.
Former GED. And so sometimes students will say, well, I really would like to come to college, but I never graduated from high school. Come on, we'll help you get through that and get you started. In many cases, they can take college courses while they're working on this high set program. That doesn't cost you anything. That high set is free.
Really?
wow, that's
So
great.
I tell our community so many times, please take the opportunity. There are things that we have to offer. Just come and talk to us. You would be surprised.
Sounds like it's a wide variety. It sounds like you got something for everybody
We
there.
do. We have something for everyone.
What is the
And-
barrier you think that keeps people from going, besides fear? is it just mainly just fear? They don't know about it, or they don't think they can do it?
I think sometimes they do not know we're there. Since I became Chancellor, I was surprised at how many people would say, I did not realize that you still had a campus on North Market in Shreveport. Right. Yes, we have that campus. I'm so excited about all the work that we're putting into that.
So where is that located?
2010 North Market.
Is that right there by 220? Where is it?
It is.
It's right just at the exit of 220
As soon as you exit, you pretty much can see it.
It's a big building.
It is very big, and lots going on right there. Some construction we have going on. Like I said, revitalizing, kind of putting a little facelift on things, which is exciting. Our Minden campus as well, right off the frontage road, on that, where there's 2 exits there, and either one you take, you'll find us on the frontage road. And then, of course, we have one in Mansfield as well.
You need to do some more promotional advertising and stuff to make sure people know you're there.
Well, we got a billboard sign
Well,
out
I
there.
mean,
We're on a bus.
You better man the phones now, because after this podcast.
I hope so.
And I would just encourage people to do that. I know when I toured Bipsel, I'm like, man, I wish this was here when my kids were in high school. I
Right.
definitely would have sent them here, because you can go to high school and Bipsel have today. It was a great program.
Yes.
And I feel the same here. If a person's just interested at all, like you don't like your job, or you think you can do more,
Right.
go tour the campus for free. You'll give them a
Yes.
tour. You'll explain everything, and they'll find out there's so many things to do there. Just to break down one thing, for example, when you talk about the instrumentation, like what's instrumentation? Tell us a little bit about instrumentation and what a person can do with that.
We talk about the hard one. So,
well, to me, that sounds hard.
It does.
But it's yeah. I had a student graduate in this during the summer, and let me kind of digress on that just a minute. This young man is young. Started this in high school. He has now graduated at 19 years old with an associate degree, and he came back to me and goes, "I want to do more." So we're working on putting him through another program that he already has some of the coursework that he's completed in the instrumentation. He will pick up in one of the other courses that he chooses. Man, he is going to be lethal when he graduates. I mean, I'm going to tell you, somebody's going to want him, because he'll be able to just, anywhere he goes in whatever organization, he's going to be very valuable.
Well, with instrumentation, you can go and work in the oil fields, the gas fields.
Yes, some manufacturing.
Not just the fields, literally. I mean,
Yes.
in the transportation of the gas
That's
itself.
right, yes.
But that's a very high-paying job. It's very sought after.
Yes, they have to learn things such as the PLCs. That's programmable logic. I'll say it wrong. Programmable logical. It's programming.
I don't want to just keep going and going, but I mean, there's medical technology where they
yes.
can learn. I want to work in a hospital and
That's
help
right.
people. There's so many things you can do.
By the way, do you have a course in medical billing? Because I can't understand medical billing.
Well, in our online business program with the medical billing is an actual
Really?
concentration. Well, I say medical office, and it has the medical billing within that. So there is a concentration.
I think that's great, because I just had a conversation with a medical billing office the other day. I went, you need a degree to figure out how you people bill and stuff, because nobody can understand
We're
it.
going to get you signed up.
I might
It's
flunk.
online. You can handle this.
I might flunk.
Not at all. No.
Well, what is, and now I just keep throwing out more and more things that are interesting. I think that people just need to, I would love for people to understand that there's such a variety of things they can learn, and they can
Yes.
better themselves, and at least go take the tour.
So when
Yes,
you
please
were
take the
running all the burger shops, these would have been a valuable resource.
Well, I actually went, the reason I know where it's at is because I went and spoke to a leadership class there, a business class one
Okay.
time.
I think we did a little thing with when you were doing the hamburger with the.
I
a
did
new
that at
promotional.
Bipstel.
You
That
did
was
that
fun.
with us. Yes.
Yeah.
That was.
But just tell us, what is it that you want to make sure that you want people to know? Because we've asked maybe not the best questions, excellent questions, but not all the questions. What should we have asked you that we forgot that you want to make sure we get out there?
Biggest thing is I want to make sure people know that we're out here, that Northwest Louisiana Technical Community College is in this community, that we are so committed to our community and helping, no matter your age, that student make their dream come true. What is it that you want to do? We will lead you through it from point A to point Z and help you get that, as well as the instructors that we have. They have so many connections with the business industry. They will help them attain those jobs. Another thing that's extremely important to our business and industry is the fact that not only are we teaching technical skills, we're teaching those what are called workplace skills or soft skills. I know many of our employers talk about the fact that when the employee comes to work, sometimes they don't show up on time, they don't show up at all, Conflict resolution is a big thing. How do you communicate effectively with your coworkers? These are all things that we embed in our training because we want them to be a well-rounded employee when they leave our college and be a very valuable asset to our community.
That's great. A lot of people leave those out. You don't
They
necessarily
do.
learn that stuff at home
That's
anymore.
right. Sometimes you got to have that extra, and you need to learn it in the setting in which you
Yes.
plan to work.
Are
What does it
there?
look
Do you
like?
have specific requirements that you
Prerequisites?
GPAs, all that kind of stuff?
It depends on the program. Some such as our nursing programs, there's oversight beyond the college that requires specific things.
Yeah.
And so each one is different. And one of the things I explain to people is even if you get started in a program and maybe you're weak in some math areas or you're weak in some reading areas, we have our Work Ready You department that will help you with the areas that you're struggling in so you won't get behind, keep you going. There's so many supports, and that's the other thing that I like our community to understand is get going, but communicate with us what your needs are because that's what we're there for. We're there to help you and to help you become successful.
What'd you call that? The Work Ready You?
Work Ready You. That is,
Okay.
yes, our program that we
Ready
have within our
University.
college.
Yeah.
Work Ready
You
University.
guys have thought of everything out
We
there.
try. We try.
Especially since Dr. Jayda's been there.
Well,
Dr.
I don't
J.
know. We've got. I'll tell you, we have a great. We have a great team.
Dr. Spillers.
Do you have
Excuse
good
me.
moves at the hoop? I'm just curious.
And also just the relationship between the businesses. If a business
Yes.
has a technical need, they can reach out to you and you can design specifically
Yes.
a program for them to help them
Absolutely.
certify people.
I
That's
want
a
our business
great,
industry to know that exactly. Let us know where the needs are. We get so many different things, whether it's leadership skills, that they're wanting some very customized things. I had some a while back with our electrician program. They're interested in upskilling with that department. So just depends on the area. Medical assistant, that's another one we've done with some areas.
What is a medical assistant? What do they do?
I'll probably get it wrong for all you medical people out there. My apologies.
She's
but
over a lot of
they're-
curriculum.
Yeah, I
They're,
get it.
they're usually the first people in those offices that are there checking your vitals.
Oh, I
They're
see.
doing
Okay.
everything,
Yeah.
you know, I
Gotcha.
believe
Gotcha.
So many different little things like that that help that doctor and that nurse. That's what I know.
I'm excited. I love it.
All right. Well, I mean, so you graduate, like you said, 300 people every year?
I'll probably tell you the wrong, but somewhere in there, 300 to 400.
Around that.
Over a year.
What's your capacity? How many more can we get in there?
Well, I haven't met my capacity this year, so let's get it busting at the seams.
Well,
or bursting at the seams.
I'm just curious. So let's say for around number 300 people graduate, pretty much all of them walk out the door with a job?
I will tell you, if they walk out the door without a job, it's because they're not ready for that or they don't want that yet.
Okay.
It's up to
Wow.
them because they're again calls every day needing employees, and so.
Well, so the important people know you're there. The guys that do the
I
hiring, right?
hope so. Yes. Well, we're getting more and more every day, and so that's exciting. I love to hear that, but I want more students there to take advantage of these opportunities. And please don't just sit there and say, I'm not sure I can do this. Take that step and call us and let us help you with that.
Okay. And so they want to get in touch with you. Say that website again.
Okay, so NLTCC.edu.
Okay.
Or just Google Northwest Louisiana Technical Community College, and
Right.
So
All right.
we're there to help.
So-
Our main branch phone number is 318-371-3035, and they can, if you call that number, they can connect you to whichever college is closest to you, or whichever campus is closest to your residence.
All right. Say the number again one more time.
318-371-3035.
All right. So we got a website, we got a phone number, and we got
You
you
can
doing
Google it.
promotional stuff
There you
here.
go.
So.
All right, I appreciate that.
So there's
And we've
no-
got your energy pushed it to the next level, Jayda. I love it.
I'm excited. I love what
I
we
can
do.
tell. I can tell.
Well, good. I love what we do. I think we have the greatest faculty and staff in the area, and we love our students, and we want to see that success.
And
for our
obviously, you
community.
have a great success rate for them, all your students. So.
I believe so.
Fantastic stuff.
Yes,
All right.
thank you.
Well, I think we'll wrap it up for today.
Okay, great.
We appreciate you being here.
Thank you both for having me, and look forward to talking to you.
All right. Maybe we'll do it again in a year or so and see
Good.
if you've progressed and
All right.
had higher
I love
enrollments
that.
and all that kind of
I
good
love
stuff. All right. For Dr. Jayda and this dude over here, Paul, my name's Jeff. Thanks for being here, everybody. And don't forget to check out Good to Know Shreveport Bossier wherever you listen to your podcast. Have a good one.